Hey, I'm Fernando Bautista, and for our week one discussion, we need to talk about a near miss traumatic or crisis experience that we recently had. The most recent one that I can think of was back in December, and it was a car accident. I do have a video clip of it, and I'll play it right now, and then we'll talk about it after that. Okay, so basically, what happened is that there was a Jeep and there was a black Ford that was involved in this accident. I was on my way to the mall, and it was on the corner of Gillespie and Owen. For those who don't know where that's at, if you're on Highway 87 and you take exit 100, it's going to be the first intersection that you come to after you pass the Coliseum complex. But what happened is we were at a stoplight and the Jeep was in front of me. The light turns green, we start going, and that black pickup truck ran the red light. Um, More than likely, I think he was texting and driving, and he wasn't paying attention, so he smashed straight into that Jeep. Um, it basically T-boned him. The truck did a 180, and it landed about 100 yards from where it hit. There was two old ladies in the Jeep, and there was one man in that black pickup. So as soon as this accident happened, I pulled over to the side. I had me, it was me, my dad, and my brother in the truck. I immediately jump out, call 911, and rush over to the guy that's in the black pickup truck. My dad and my brother rush over to the Jeep that has two old ladies in them. I call 911, tell them what's going on, and thankfully there was an officer nearby, and he showed up pretty fast. The guy in the black pickup truck was okay. The two ladies in the Jeep were okay. I know we talk about in my critical incident management class, we talk about a crisis phase where there is confusion and panic, gridlock, and there's a rush to the scene, and that's exactly what took place. There was confusion, people were freaking out, people were rushing over to see if everybody was okay, and there was a gridlock of traffic until the first responders showed up. That's when things started kind of running smoothly again. But it was that accident was definitely an eye opener for me. Especially now when I get to that intersection, I try to be more careful. I try not to, I guess, try to take off as soon as the light turns green, because it was pretty crazy. That could have been me. If that Jeep wasn't there, I would have been the first one to take off, and that truck would have smashed into me. And thankfully they weren't hurt, but like things like this happen every day, and it's pretty crazy. And I would say that's a traumatic event that's happened to me recently. Thankfully I wasn't affected as bad as these older ladies that were in the Jeep or the guy that was in the pickup truck, but it's still an eye opener. And it was something that I witnessed that, I mean, hopefully I don't get to witness it again, because it was pretty crazy. But I would say that was a traumatic event that has impacted me recently.